Chapter: The working of UNO. The United Nations was established to prevent wars and preserve peace in the world. It maintains peace among nations and promotes welfare activities. It provides technical and scientific expertise in activities like education, health, culture and agriculture. The United Nations also provides the financial assistance to the developing countries to resolve their issues. The United Nations has 6 main organs. These are: the General Assembly. The General Assembly is the main body of the UN. It is the discussion body of the United Nations. Each state sends 5 representatives to the General Assembly, but it has only 1 vote. A 2/3 of majority is needed to pass a resolution on important questions. The General Assembly meets regularly once a year and holds special or emergency sessions whenever necessary. The President of the General Assembly is elected once a year. The Security Council. The Security Council is the most important organ of the United Nations. Its main responsibility is to maintain peace and security. It has 15 members. 5 of them are permanent members and other 10 are elected every 2 years. Retiring members are not eligible for immediate re-election. The permanent members of Security Council are United States of America, United Kingdom, France, Russia, and China. The Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC. There are 54 member nations in ECOSOC that are elected by the General Assembly for 3-year term. The Economic and Social Council deals with economic, social, cultural and humanitarian issues. It works through different committees and commissions. It helps the poor and sick people. It helps people who are affected by the natural calamities by sending food, clothes, medicines and other important things. The Secretariat. The Secretariat is the administrative wing of the UN. It handles day-to-day activities of the United Nations. It takes care of the UN programs and policies. The International Court of Justice. The International Court of Justice is the legal court of the UN. It settles disputes between countries and advises member countries on matters of international law. The court consists of 15 judges. The judges are elected for 9-year term by General Assembly and the Security Council. The judges can be re-elected for the next 9-year term. The Trusteeship Council. The Trusteeship Council was established to look after the trust territories. Trust territories were the regions of the world that were not independent and were controlled by independent nations that were the UN members. The UNICEF. United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. UNICEF is an organization which works for children's welfare. It was established in 1946. It entirely depends on the voluntary contributions from governments and individuals. The UNICEF helps its member countries to solve the problems of illiteracy and diseases among children. It is specifically active in developing countries. WHO, World Health Organization. The WHO aims at fighting diseases and improving the health services. It is trying to avoid the spread of the fatal diseases. The credit for eradication of smallpox from the earth goes to the WHO. It has about 165 members. India is one of them. The main aim of the UNESCO is to educate the millions of people, young and old, who cannot read or write. It specially provides scientific training in developing countries. It helps to preserve old monuments. The UNESCO was established in 1946 and its headquarters is at Paris in France. FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization. The main aim of FAO is freedom from hunger for every human in the world. It provides the resources for improving food production in agriculture. It is done by assisting countries with better seeds, controlling crop and animal diseases, by improving irrigation facilities, by providing better means of conservation of soil and forests, etc. ILO, International Labour Organization. The main aim of the ILO is to improve the working conditions and living standards of the labor class. It tries to sort out problems between the government, employees and workers.